What's up, guys? It's Friday once again, so we're on for some NBA action. Well, it's Friday for you guys, it's Saturday here. But once again, we're at 3-3 against the Clippers. Wow, just no breaks for this team. And Jeff Green is back, and that's what I just want to show you there. McGee is still on injury list, but then Jeff Green is back, should be a huge factor right now. His speed against Blake Griffin will be a huge factor.
8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
I really just love those highlights, and they only come out at Game 7 actually. Well, at least I believe so. I've been playing some of the games, no highlights, but I really love those highlights. Really make the game feel so important. And I have to praise the crowd here in 2K13. 2K12 did not have this good of a crowd. You can really feel it's really Game 7. It's jam-packed, unlike the other games where there are actually some blank seats, but this one's just jam-packed. Everybody's wearing their red, and it would really feel like it's a playoff game. Here we go, Game 7. I really love though that the crowd, you can actually really hear the crowd. They boo, they cheer, and I really love the red as well. It's very interesting. Win the tip-off? Nope, we lose the tip-off. And Blake Griffin's definitely a factor in this game. Blake Griffin and their big men plus Chris Paul. Everybody else is basically just extra juice for them, and that's how we're going to start. We're going to try to defend Chris Paul. We're going to try to get some action with our big men. And of course, see, look at that. That's how their big men come in. With the lack of McGee here, that gives a huge problem. But of course, Andre Iguodala makes things happen once again. He is definitely proven ourselves as a go-to guy. He's proven to us that he's our main star. Of course, you got Nash running the point, but still, Andre Iguodala is the guy who's going to score most points for us. And going to do well in defensive end as well. That's one of Andre Iguodala's main points. Jeff Green is back. Let's see what he can do. Nice assist by Jeff Green. Almost missed that one. I still don't have the release down perfectly because, I don't know, for some reason I don't have the releases well. And look at that. Chris Paul making it happen for the Clippers. We've just been getting lucky breaks so far actually. Kobe was out for the last time, and we actually managed to reach Game 7 in this one, even though the Clippers were doing so well in the previous games, especially the lack of McGee, and Jeff Green just recently came back anyway. And I figured out that Kobe and Conley were actually injured. Kobe was out indefinitely for 6 weeks. And did you see that? Davis, wow, what a wonderful step back J there. Didn't know he could do that. I actually clicked the wrong button there, but whatever. Ellis, secondary scorer. He saw him do well, not so well actually, in our Cleveland Cavaliers series, and that's how we end the quarter. Iguodala, Ellis, just are two of our main closers. Chris Paul, of course, as per usual, does that stuff, but Iguodala will also do that kind of stuff as well. And I'm not sure how the impact of being at home does here, because in every Game 7 we've played, we've always been away from home for some reason. Well, that's of course for the 8 seeds. Of course, every game we play, we're going to be always at home. No, not at home. But then again, that lets us get, that's what happens. So look at that. See how that went out of bounds? He reached for it and went out of bounds again. That was a pretty funny play right there. Ellis for 3. Look at that, just Monta Ellis just booing him, just silence the crowd. It's another fantastic effect we like.
That'll do it for the first half. Game time. Well, folks, stick around here at halftime for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Tense moments here in the deciding game of round 2. Let's break down the first half on 2K Sports. It's been the Clippers scraping it out. Series is on the line, nothing left to leave on the floor. Just a ridiculous first half for Chris Paul. He's got 12 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. Meanwhile, the Hornets not to be outdone. They continue to dice up teams with passing, fluid play. It's beautiful team basketball. A fantastic first half for Monta Ellis. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court.
100% from the court with Monta Ellis. He hasn't been scoring as much as Iguodala, but, you know, can't have your cake and eat it as well. But then, Monta's just scoring very efficiently for us. But of course, we have to go with Jeff Green and see what he can do. And another assist by Jeff Green to Andre Iguodala. Look, and of course the highlight's broken. Always been broken for me. At least after a highlight's been done, it's always been broken, oddly enough. And look at Davis just dribbling the ball up court. And of course that happens when you have a power forward try to play point guard. But not for Griffin apparently, because Griffin got some handles, they say. And another one by Blake Griffin. Just get some highlight here and just run down the play. Billups tries to bring the ball up. Calls a pick with Billups. Look at that, Blake Griffin's there. And then alley-oops it to Blake Griffin. Wonderful alley-oop there. And we still have the game. They're still pulling up the game. Still a close game, but we start to pull it out. We start to do well here. And even though they try to do things here, that miss there, and that's how they generate most of their points now, through the free throw line. But still trying to pull away here, have a nice lead. They try again, miss again. We get it back and we throw it back right there to Ellis with the nice step back jumper. Actually fade away. But Jordan again. I really like how they say Jordan. It's like Michael Jordan. Gets me reminisce sometimes. Iguodala, once again we need to score. Go-to guy. Jeff Green open. Takes a shot. Misses though. He ain't that clutch apparently. And here they go, they try to make a run for it. Not gonna happen, not yet at least. Jennings to Iguodala. Nash getting some points. Nash had around 8 assists or so in this game. And look at that, Iguodala again. Here we go, they start to come in and pull from our lead, but then here we go. Here you go, look at that, Blake Griffin takes the steal and gets it back. They start to come back into the game here, but of course we're just going to try to score again with Iguodala. Another jump shot by Iguodala. Iguodala's just trying to make sure that we don't lose this game. Iguodala again with that nasty dunk. Look at that. Boom. Just dunking. He can score from anywhere. 3-point land, mid-range, inside, outside. Of course can dunk it as well. And there you go. That's how they start to abuse our big men. Jeff Green isn't exactly the biggest man on the court, 6'9", supposed to be a small forward, but we play him at power forward. He has played power forward for the Oklahoma City Thunder, but we realize that isn't his natural position. But still, we have to because McGee's out. We can of course play him at small forward once McGee comes back, and give Andre Iguodala some rest and since. But of course, Nash, 1-point game, puts it away at 4-point lead, gives a 4-point lead right there. And Paul kicks to Butler, knocks that one down. Tries to get back into the game, but they have to foul us right. No, not gonna foul us yet, not yet. But Davis with that, starting to double team Davis. About to double team at least. And there we go. Tries to pull it out. Ellis. Another shot. And Blake Griffin tries to go with a fadeaway. He ain't KG. Chris Paul. Of course, Chris Paul just makes every play a bailout play. Chris Paul has the ability to knock it down from anywhere on the court. He can just bail people out. Count that one, and now they have to foul. They've got to foul. They foul Nash. They still haven't gotten they still have one more to give. So there you go. Foul Ellis. Ellis gonna try to nail those free throws. Can put this game out of reach. Knocks the first one. 3-point lead here. Knock this one, and now it's out of reach. But they still try their best. Let's see if they can pull it out on this one. Chris Paul, nice step back there. Jordan, oh look at that, we actually jumped right there. Fall for the hesitation. And now Ellis not gonna foul anymore. They no longer foul, but they try to get us to turn the ball over. And Davis, one last hurrah. Knocks that one down. Anthony Davis, the beast goes beast mode. He didn't really have a beast mode this game. I stupidly threw that one up. That would have given... Ellis only has missed 1 field goal from this game. And I threw that one up, so now it's 8 for 10. So I thought that was important to know that. And let's check out who's the player of the game. And Iguodala, just proud of his work. Now we're going straight to the NBA Conference Finals. And let's see next video who we're going to go up against. Of course, let's see who the player of the game is. My call is probably Ellis or Iguodala. They've been scoring the most. And Ellis as well has been scoring very well, very efficiently. But Iguodala, of course, is taking over the game. And it's Iguodala, rightly deserved right there. Player of the game. Wonderful highlights. Been talking trash all game, both sides, but there's still technical fouls in this game, so I guess that works out well. Iguodala, look at those, just drives it over and over again. Of course, he can hit that mid-range too. Nice hook shot. Another nice shot there. Just some highlight reels. 20 points. That's prorated 40 points. That's amazing. Now let's just check out some stats here. Chris Paul, 18 points. Wow, just trying to make the game go back in their favor. Not gonna happen, of course, because we're playing against them. 9 assists. That's prorated 36 points and 18 assists. What a beast of a game by Chris Paul. Of course, Corona doing so bad. 20 points, 3 assists, or rebound, 3 rebounds, 3 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Not bad game for Corona Butler. And they've got some help as well from across the board. Lamar Odom was the one carrying the ball for them at stints, playing a point forward position. Which was interesting at least. And everybody else didn't do so well, at least their bench didn't do so well. But what can we say? Look at our bench. We didn't even play most of our bench. Because, we know this is Game 7, we can't play our bench. Our bench is just made of subs, basically. The White Mamba didn't get any minutes, but let's hopefully give him 1 minute at least next game. Let's see what we can do about that. And White Mamba thing is, White Mamba's like our cigarette. He only comes in for winning games. So he comes in when we're blowing everybody out. So we rest him this game. Monta Ellis, what a beast, 40 points prorated. So it's Iguodala. We actually scored the same amount of points, but almost the same amount of points, and got edged there by Monta Ellis in efficiency. And fourth quarter was tied. Second quarter was tied as well. First half was completely tied. It was very interesting stats here. Of course, that's when we started playing in the third and the fourth quarter. Is where we started to make things happen. And that's it for today. Hopefully you guys can subscribe to see more NBA 2K13 action. See you guys in the next video. Bye.